Hello, everyone. Welcome. And in the last couple of weeks, have you seen what's been happening with the stock market? Well, just in the last 2 weeks, it has lost over $3.1 trillion, just in a couple of weeks only. All right. And have you checked your IRAs or 401ks just recently to see what's going on? Well, I'm not here to scare you, but I am here to share with you that you do not have to be victim of the stock market volatility. So I am going to show you how you can loss-proof your money and still get the stock market returns. So that's why I have taken on this series, educational series. So I can share with you how you can protect your money and your IRAs and 401ks or your savings, from the Wall Street volatility. Well, my name is Bir Grewall. I'm a financial strategist, advisor, and an author, and I'm your India-born SIKH American financial strategist, advisor, and an author with a proven track record. The uncut here and my turban is a part of my Sikh religion, and our base is in all the Sikhs come from northwestern part of India in a state called Punjab state. So please, if you can overlook my appearance, I have something very, very important to share with you that can help you hugely, and you do not have to be disappointed and try to get out of the stock market just because of the volatility, because Warren Buffett, the richest man on earth, so he says, well, the most amount of money and the quickest amount of money to be made is in the stock market. And on that same breath, he says, okay, well, most of the people, he says, lose their life savings in there too, so but don't you worry about it. There are ways that you can have your cake and eat it too, and that's what I'm going to be sharing here with you. And so please put away all of your fears, say, okay, what's going to happen, and if you lost money, say, okay, so just do not, whatever happened in the past happened, we cannot change that, but moving forward, I'm going to share with you how you can loss-proof your money and take it to whole new levels, so so we'll be discussing that. Now, you might be wondering, like I mentioned, I'm a financial strategist, advisor, and an author with a proven track record. You might be wondering, hey, how did I get to claim this thing with a proven track record? Well, let me share with you my story. Okay, I had been in the financial services industry for a long time, since the 80s. And I've been pretty good. Okay, I was doing very well. And, you have several national quality awards, and many, I was a top person, okay, in our industry, and matter of fact, been in the Hall of Fame with one of the companies also for writing the most amount of business when I started just at the, the lowest level. Then I got into management and stuff, so, and before going on to my own, and now I'm the CEO of Financial Advisors of America, Inc. So this is a nationwide financial strategies and financial security strategies company. So I thought I had the world in the palm of my hands. I was very successful. However, in 1995, I'll never, ever, ever forget that day when I lost everything to foreclosure. And I never could ever think that it will ever happen to me, but it did. I will never ever forget that day. When the marshals came and the house we had to leave the house, because it was foreclosed on. And when I looked at my wife, carrying our 1-month-old son in her arms, and at that time I decided that I am never, ever, ever going to let this thing happen to me, my family, or anyone I come across. So, that was the most painful thing, but I took it as an opportunity to, look for answers, how to have financial security and peace of mind no matter what happens. My thing was that I knew that the answers were there, but I just had to discover it. All right. So it took me years, and I started on a long journey of taking all sorts of courses, and looking for those golden nuggets. And my goal was how to have financial security and peace of mind no matter what happens to the economy, no matter what happens to the stock market, no matter what happens to the taxes, and no matter what even happens to our health. We do not stop to think about it. We are now in this whirlwind of stock market volatility and stuff like that. But we do not think that we ourselves are the money-making machine. And if this machine stops printing the money, where will money come from? Have you ever stopped to think about it? So I wanted to have answers to these things. So I set out, I took so many courses, talked to the financial gurus, read books, and and I was looking for those golden nuggets from here and there, and so it took me years. But what I discovered produced amazing results, and the proof of that one came that when people who used my strategies did not lose a penny, even during that 2007, 8, and 9 financial crash, and the people who had used the home equity planning the way we suggested, and they did not lose during that housing crash either. So, that was the best. I was also getting calls during that when the crash started happening in 2007 that, wow, is my money safe? What about my money? It's in the stock market. And the best thing that I was able to tell the people was, just relax, don't you worry about it, and you are safe. All right. So, folks, that's huge security. And matter of fact, those clients, are way ahead of other people, who might have recovered from those losses. Remember, since that time, everything had come back up, housing also, and, the financial markets had been at the top, right? And so, however, I had been warning for a long time that this thing was coming. Not only me, those same pundits who had predicted that last financial and housing crash, they had been predicting again, hey, people, watch out, there is, another tsunami coming, because this has been, going up too much beyond any reason, So anyway, now comes up, this coronavirus scare, and you are watching it every day happening. The global economy is coming to a screeching halt, and just yesterday it was that the China's economy is imploding. It's imploding because, and the ripple effects on these things are going to be huge. However, don't you worry about it. Like I said, and I am going to show you how you can be sitting pretty, okay, the steps that you can take, yeah, right? And so I am trying to do my very best to share it through these strategies. However, just trying to show you this way on piece of papers and stuff during these live casts and things, it does not do justice. So I have put together a course, okay, proven financial security blueprint course, and if you feel, okay, the link is down there, and go check out our courses, and and another tsunami that will be coming after this thing will be the housing crash, and all the equity that you have built up in your home, okay, could be gone in a jiffy. And let me share with you, just we do not stop to think it this way. Let's put some numbers to this thing. Let's just say, okay, that two examples I'm going to give you. First one is, let's just, while we are on the housing, get this thing out of the way. Say if you have a $500,000 home right now, right, which is impossible in California, but anyway, okay, so it goes down 10%. You will, folks, I'm not trying to scare you, this is the reality. You will guaranteed lose $50,000 instantly when that housing prices go down. All right. Now, we do not think about it this way. Stop to think about it. How long will it take you to save that $50,000? Or how long has it taken for you to save the $50,000 that you would lose in a jiffy? Folks, there is a home equity planning course. Okay, matter of fact, the Federal Reserve Bank study has come up with that same thing that we've been using for years. Okay, they said, well, if you have any equity left, it should be managed properly, okay, and separated and put to work, okay, to take your money to whole new levels. So much for that, okay, for the home equity planning. Now, let's just take it about the stock market. Now, we do not, I want to give you some numbers, right here. So please listen very close, okay. Say in the stock market, it goes down 50%. I want to keep things simple so that way we can relate to it. Right now it is not that bad, but in the last crash, that 2007, 8, and 9, it went down as low as 60%, right? So just to take an example, to keep it simple, say the stock market goes down 50%, all right? Now, how much do you think you will need to make back to come back to where you were before the crash happened? All right. If you said 50%, you are so, unfortunately, I cannot be sugarcoating these things. You are so wrong, because most of the people are mistaken with that. No. If you lost 50%, you will have to make 100% just to come back to the level that you were at before. All right. So if you lost 10%, okay, you will have to make 20% to get back to where you were. All right. Now, another thing, just imagine, okay, how long will it take you to get there? And then you have lost that, okay, the time compounding effect of money. However, if you do the right kind of planning, like I said, okay, people who used our strategies did not lose in the first place. And matter of fact, now they are way ahead of other people who might have recovered from those losses. So folks, this is the key to, okay, it's the same money, and to take your money to whole new levels. Now, why is it so important that you plan it properly? We do not, again, the third thing, we do not stop to think about these things. Did we know that the number one cause of health problems, in our country is financial stress? All right. And also, the number one cause for divorce amongst regular families is again financial stress. Folks, with humbleness, if I may say so, I have the answers to both, and you are going to get many of the answers today. And I have gone much deeper, explained it step by step, so that way I want you to take control of your money and not even rely on someone else's either greed or their lack of knowledge, okay, or the volatility that could just happen with the world events and stuff like that. Like we said, even though the pundits were predicting that, hey, watch out folks, stock market is at the top, housing is at the top, it's about to crash, and do something about it, right? So everyone was saying this thing, but they did not know what to do, and the average person thinks, well, I'll take my money out, the market and sit on it. But how long do you sit, or where do you put that money and stuff? All right, so now, if you took it out and put it into banks or something, some secure investments, over there you are making either 1 or between 1 and 2% rate of return. And between inflation and taxes, that 1 or 2% that you will be making, you are losing your own money. It don't have to happen this way, folks. That's good news is you are at the right place, okay, and like I said, you can go as far as possible. Now let me take one more myth out of this thing. Many times we are used to your freebies, and stuff, folks. That's fine too, right? But the courses that I have designed, right? Yes, there is a cost for that, okay, and however, the cost is peanuts for those courses, and probably you have even lost more, okay, in your IRAs, 401k savings, or wherever you put the money, just in the last 1 week, less than, it's just a 1 day's market loss, okay, that will, with these courses, it will empower you with the knowledge that you will never have to rely on someone else, right, or rely on the volatility of the markets, okay, or the housing, okay, or okay, just be sitting there nervous, hey, what's going to happen, or thinking so deep, that you get ulcers thinking about it. Where should I invest, and by the time you think about investing somewhere, okay, that rush is gone, and no. There is a guaranteed way. My wish for my clients, okay, and for you is for everyone that listens to me, all right, folks, no. You can do this thing, and these are proven things. I'm saying this thing. You yourselves it will all make sense. In those courses, I give you a 30-day money back guarantee. If you feel you cannot benefit out of this thing, you yourselves will see it. Right, and you can set up your money all this way on autopilot. Right, so that way you can. I just want you to go enjoy life. Okay, spend time with your family. Okay, spend time with your children, which we in today's society it is very rare. That's why we don't develop relationships and stuff like that. And I'm not saying I'm included in this thing. Okay, I was included in this thing, but now I found the answers. To this one, so I want you to be funky. Set up your money on autopilot so you can get only the upside of the stock market without the downside risk. Remember in the beginning I mentioned, that Warren Buffett, the richest man on earth, okay, says the most amount and the most amount of money and the quickest amount of money to be made is in the stock market. And that's where most people lose their shirt also. So no, folks, okay. By the way, he uses the same kind of strategies, for his quote unquote serious money that's for his own family. He plays around with the rest of the things, and so I want you to be a funky. Set up your money on autopilot to get only the upside of the stock market without the downside risk. Then you put it on, set up the money according to IRS rules and regulations, and so the money grows, compounds, and pays out all tax free. All right, and then you are just a funky. Your money is growing, and I'm going to show you, put some numbers to this thing too. All right, in a minute, and how you ordinary people can become millionaires, And I want to congratulate you for being here today. That you're taking this very first step towards that, and I'm going to prove everything that I talk about. So now, how I am different, how I got to be this way, right? Well, when I was doing my research in the beginning after losing everything back in 1995, right? And I came across, I said, well, there's got to be a way of how to incorporate all of these things, and I found out, yes, all these rich and famous and stuff, who use these big time, high-end planners and stuff, who charge an arm and a leg, that are out of the average person's reach, right? They are using those things, right? So now in my planning, which I'm bringing to you, and I want everyone to have a successful life. Now, I incorporate IRS rules and regulations, laws governing money to take your money to whole new levels, right? How to get the upside only of the stock market without the downside risk, and how and where to find the money to free it up so you can use hidden money sitting in nooks and crannies and stuff like that to take your money to whole new levels, right? So this is how I am different, folks. I'm just not a regular run-of-the-mill financial advisor no. And I incorporate all these things, and I'll be sharing with you all of these things. So now, so much said for that. Let's get into the nitty-gritties on this thing. So in these series, I'll be sharing, by the way, in those courses, I go step by step, so you will be empowered, as to why, oh, wow, I didn't even know that, no, or how come someone didn't tell me about that, whatever happened in the past, that happened, and today's a new day, but moving forward, you do not have to lose any money at all, right? So we'll be sharing different days, different topics, how to always win in the stock market, that will be like one of my coming up, protecting your money from upcoming housing and financial downturns, so these are some of the things, IRS rules and laws to tax-free your money, and when the money is growing, compounding, and paying out tax-free. Folks, even IRAs and 401ks, yes, they are a step in the right direction, but no, they are only halfway there, because when you take the money out, when you need the money the most in retirement, that is when you are taxed, and by that time you have run out of all of your deductions also, because many people have the paid up home, kids are gone, all the deductions are gone, and then you are paying the taxes to your health. And that is when you need the money the most, right? So if you have the money in tax-free environment, did you know that, it will pay out way over 50% more for the same dollars without doing anything else, right? IRS says, then the laws say that if you set up your money in a certain way, then you can have your cake and eat it too. I'll be showing you It will be in those courses also, dear folks. This is amazing. Okay, and I'll be sharing with you the power of tax-free growth. So there is so much that okay, can be done with your money. So and so today, let me come back to the topic today: how to loss-proof your money. And like I said, if you have any questions or anything, even after we are gone, you can info at faoai.com. That's our website, Financial Advisors of America Inc.com. And the website again here is, and for the courses, you can go there /courses, and they are there. So now let's get into a little bit nitty-gritties. Remember, folks, it is the same $1. It's the same $1. Some people take it to a whole new level, and there are some people struggling with that one. Many times we wonder that, hey, that person, we used to be together, we went to school together and stuff, okay? That guy is way ahead of me, or it could be the other way around, okay? And that guy is struggling, and he's making about the same kind of money as I am. That guy is struggling, or I am way ahead, or the other way around. Why? How? Okay? This is, I call it a $1 million dash, okay? By the way, congratulations, I'm going to prove it to you how when I'm saying, how ordinary people, it's just not for the rich and famous anymore. I'm going to show you how you can be a millionaire, okay? And if you are a millionaire, how you can be a billionaire, with that same money. So there's a $1 million dash. Someone is crawling with it, right? Okay? And someone is walking with it. Someone is jogging. These people are with IRAs and 401ks and stuff. And then there is a way to put that turbo booster to your money, and so you can sprint to that dash. All right? So, congratulations, you are here, and you can do amazing things with your money. And I'm going to show you how to optimize your current assets. Again, like I said, I'm different, right? My strategies are different. I incorporate many different things, okay, the IRS rules and stuff like that, right? Everyone can say, hey, give me extra money and I'll try to invest for you and make you money. I show you, well, if you got extra, absolutely. But here, we'll show you how to optimize your current assets, okay, to take them to whole new levels. We'll show you how and where to find the money, okay. I'm going to show you, okay, and by the way, it's in these courses step by step, just not like this thing, over there you will see it on PowerPoints and things like that and explained in details, right? So we'll show you how to make the money work for you instead of you working alone. And I call it the analogy of 2 horses, 3 horses, 4 horses. Working for you is much better than you just alone trying to work and make life better for yourselves and your family. Yes, everyone should work to for the betterment of themselves and their families. Yes, but no. Once you see what all can be done, with your money, you can just relax. You do not have to ever put in extra hours or overtime and stuff. this money will be making much more money by optimizing these things than what you can make by working extra hours, you're putting in overtime and stuff like that. No. That's old-fashioned ways of thinking. No, by optimizing these things, which I specialize in, it is. No, it's a whole different ball game. I'm going to give you an example here now. I'm going to prove it to you how you and on or how. Please do not take it personally when I say anything like that. I'm trying to bring home a point. Okay, so it's nothing. Please, no judgments, and with humbleness and with respect, I'm saying this thing just to bring home the point that what all is there. So please do not take anything personally. I'm a very humble person. I'm a baptized Sikh. So just do not take it in the wrong sense. All right. So, like I said, any recommendation that we make must meet our quality test before. Okay, because you do not have to put your money at risk anymore, and you do not have to worry about you should get the stock market returns, but only the upside of the stock market without the downside returns, without the downside risk. All right, so that's it. So now our recommendations have to meet this quality standards of liquidity, that the money should be liquid. Whenever you want it, you can get it out in your hands in a few days. All right. Why this thing is important? Oh, you might have even seen it. Okay, if you had some money in there and you saw when the stock market started going down a couple of weeks ago, and it was serious, that everyone is talking about it. At this time, I do not know, how panicked the financial institutions are, but let me give you the example of 2007, 8, and 9, right? When the stock market started crashing, all of your IRAs, 401ks, retirement accounts and stuff were frozen. You could not touch your money. Okay, and every day people were seeing this thing. They are losing 5%, 10%. Going down, and they lost as much as 60%, folks. Okay, this is serious money. It might even have happened to you. You might even have tried to do that to get to your money, but. If you it's all liquid money. Whenever you see the panic happening, you do not have to worry about it. Right? It's all on autopilot. Right? And so how it happens with us is when it is tied to the stock market, right? Stock market returns. That's where the money is. Warren Buffett says that. Right? But when it goes down, your money gets frozen right there. All right. So the market is going down. Your money gets frozen right there. It's not making any more money. But when the market starts to go back up, you start to go back up with it up to a cap. Right. So that's how. I just want you to be funkies. So you go enjoy life. So the money should be liquid. It should be safe from losses. Only get the upside of the stock market without the downside. Let some other people deal with the rest of it. All right. And it should have a good rate of return. Warren Buffett says, stock market is where the best rate of returns happen. And it's not me saying it. All right. So now, folks, are you ready for this thing? Yes, okay. Remember, I had promised earlier, that we make millionaires out of ordinary people with my planning, by incorporating, the IRS rules, laws, and everything, into this thing. All right. Here is a little example. All right. Now, just bear with me. And again, whatever I'm saying, please keep an open mind. Okay, do not justify what you are doing or not doing and stuff. No, because that will distract you. I want you to be into this thing, and then do it. All right. This is $1 doubling every period for 20 periods, right? 1 to 2, 2 to 4, 4 to 8, 8 to 16, like that. All right. Now, legally, we have to pay taxes at the end of the year. And by the way, I want to make it very, very clear. I will never ever be a party to lying or cheating on your taxes. No. If you feel that that is what I'll be showing it to you, then you can leave. You'll not be hurting my feelings. However, knowledge is power, and that's what I'm going to share it with you, and I'm going to show you how even the IRS says, okay, and laws say that, hey, if you set up your money in a certain way, what all can be done. All right, so let's be in here. Now, this middle section is, don't worry about this one for right now. This is the tax-free. This is taxed as earned. All right. So in this example, we are using 33% tax bracket because most of the people, if you are making over about 80,000 UK, 78,000, you are in that 33% tax bracket, even though you may not be paying that much in taxes because of deductions and stuff. But just to keep it simple. So $1 doubles to $2. Then you pay the taxes, 33%, 167. Then it just keeps on duplicating after that, and you pay taxes. So after 20 periods, it does not have to be 20 years. It does not have to be, it can be 20 months, 20 days, whichever way. It doesn't matter. The time frame does not matter. All right. So after 20 periods, it goes up to about $27,000 because you have been paying taxes all along. All right. Now here in this tax-free environment, folks, it is over $1 million. Okay, that same $1. Remember, I showed you before. There are some people, who are crawling with the money. Some people are walking with the money. Some people are jogging. Like I said, IRAs and 401ks are in the right on the right track. Okay, but they are still only halfway there. So IRAs and 401ks will fall around somewhere here. But if it is completely tax free, even when you take out the money, it will be $1 million. Now, this is how ordinary people can become millionaires, and this is what we specialize in, and that's what I share in these courses, that how to do those things. All right. So, folks, I want you to feel good, get excited today, okay, that you are a millionaire from today onwards. All right. So, the key thing to putting a sprint to your money, your turbo booster to your money, is tax-free during contribution, accumulation, distribution, and transfer phase. And we show you how, again, this is just a more detailed thing. Okay, the crawling, that's taxes. If it is tax-free, that's how you put that turbo booster to your money. All right. Now, while we are on the subject, okay, let me share it with you. This is $100,000, earning 8% for 30 years. This side is taxed as earned. It will grow up to about 475,000. If it is in a tax-free environment, the same will be more than double. This is how you get ahead, folks. You're not by putting in long hours or putting in overtime and stuff like that if you're at a job. No. And in these courses, okay, we compare all of your choices and show you which ones are okay, better for you. You decide. I'm not going to decide for you. We compare commodities, we have business ventures, limited partnerships, raw land, speculative common stocks, lower quality bonds, investment, real estate. Yes, people been investing in real estate, very, very heavily invested, but they are sitting on a time bomb, folks. I gave you an example a few minutes ago that, hey, if a $500,000 home goes down 10% only, that's very minor, even though the pundits are predicting a much bigger than that. Again, you will guaranteed lose $50,000. I'm not trying to scare you, but this is the reality. All right. And then we have your blue chip stocks, high grade bonds, mutual funds, CDs, investment grade money market funds, okay, treasury bills, annuities, equity in your home, you're right. So we compare all of these things, the good, bad, and the ugly, and then there is only a one winner in this thing, and we show you, and that is the winner that incorporates all that IRS rules and laws and everything into it. Yeah, all right. We were just talking about that equity in your home. Federal Reserve Bank did a study on this one. They said, okay, that home equity, and this thing it came out back in 2006, when that crash had already started, all right, so they said, well, if you still had any equity left, they said it should be separated and put to work to boost your retirement savings and reduce your risk. You do not realize it. So folks, let me just give you this example. You might have heard a few years ago, that Katrina, Hurricane Katrina, that hit Louisiana area and stuff, right? Okay. Over there, two things, happened. And you might even remember Senator Trent Lott. He was a very, very popular senator in those times, And so him and the mayor of Port Arthur, Texas. All right. So they both lost their homes. The reporter goes to the mayor of Port Arthur, Texas. He said, "Sir, you have lost your home here to all the flooding. Okay? What do you have to say?" He said, "Sadly, we just paid off our home just very recently." And wow. Just before that, now he said, "Sadly, we had just paid it off." But before that, he had mentioned, that they were making extra payments to pay off that home, to have a freed up home, right? Now, folks, yes, I agree. Everyone should have a pay. Excuse me, I had been under the weather, so everyone should have a paid up home. The difference is not the way we've been programmed to, make extra payments and stuff, because the banks and the lenders win in that situation. You might have even seen it. Okay, once you get a loan, right, they are very happy, whether you got 15-year loan or 30-year loan and stuff like that, they will give you the loan, right? And then a month or two later, you start getting letters, hey, pay off your loan early, okay, make extra payments, include your extra payments, and you can pay off that same home, okay, 5, 10 years earlier and stuff like that. Why do they do that? Because every time, let's just take it another, let's just take an example of 100,000 loan, right? Now, when they give you a loan, they have you on the hook for $100,000, right? You owe them $100,000, all right? Now, every time you make a loan payment, right, that 100,000 becomes lesser and lesser. I'm going to keep it very simple, without going through that amortization and stuff. So every time you make the payment, the loan becomes less, but you are still on the hook for that $100,000, right? So now every time you make up your more bigger payment, so that way your home can be paid off, who becomes more secure when you make that extra payment? Is it you who becomes more secure, or is the lender who becomes more secure at that time? Folks, it is that lender, because they got you on the hook for 100,000, right? And say you've been paying extra, working like that mayor of Port Arthur, Texas, to pay it off. You are down to 50,000. They have you on the hook for 100,000. And if you cannot make 3 consecutive payments, folks, they'll foreclose on you and take your home away. That is wrong. That is wrong. No. I want you to be in control. All right. So the home equity planning that we do, you're okay with that way. You're okay. You have taken that equity, and not only reduce your risk, like they say, you're okay to reduce your risk, right? But and you are putting that money to work for you. Whereas now the same lender who's been telling you to pay extra payments, and innocent people have been programmed that way, and they are working hard to make extra payments to have a paid up home. No. And then they are investing that money and keeping that thing. I want you to keep that money. And so that way, okay, the home should be paid off in a separate fund. And this money is growing also, the payments that you were going to pay over there, right? And you are making it to a side fund there, which will be growing much faster and pay off the home much faster than what they are suggesting you to do, you're right? And you have reduced your risk also tomorrow in case that same thing happens, what happened to the mayor and to Senator Trent Lott. All right. And then what you can do is, it is sad that you lost your home, but at least you have all that money, okay? Say that $100,000 or $500,000 home, you have $500,000 sitting on the side, and you can go put a down payment on another house and start your life. Now, let me come back to Senator Trent Lott's story. He had a paid up home, all right? Now the struggle starts with the insurance company. You think that, hey, I have insurance on my home, okay, that they will rebuild the home. Folks, you are very, very wrong. Many times, people get between, 50 to 70 cents. You're lucky if you get 60 or 70 cents, not only that, it will take you years to rebuild that home and stuff. Where will your life is disrupted, and no. If you have it planned properly, and then you do not have to worry. You can just go purchase another house with the least amount of down payment. You still have that $500,000 or $100,000, and you have started your life again. And then not worry about it, how long it will take to rebuild that house, right? All right. Now with Senator Trent Lott, what happened? The insurance company, denied it, that, hey, it was a act of nature, and they tried to get out of it. And since he was a senator, they realized, wow, we made a big mistake, right? So they said, well, sir, we'll rebuild your home, and they had, even, after the liability was established, right? They said, well, we'll only pay this much for the house. And since he was a senator, they just realized, wow, they said, sir, don't you worry about it. We will rebuild your house completely. Don't worry about it. He said, no, he was a man of honor. He said, no, don't do that to me. I want to see everyone in that situation. Right? Folks, he stood up for some of the people. They might have gained better, but again, I could go on and on and on. I don't want you to be in that situation. So by planning now, okay, and you can do this thing. And I go deeper into all of these things. I don't make no bones about it. So these are the IRS codes and stuff like that, okay, that show you how to how to do this thing. All right, now let me just share with you again. All right, this is the same money. This example, this is, again, by the way, folks, anything that I'm talking about, I'm not saying that your results will be what I'm showing right here. No, 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 no. They'll always be different because there are so many variables into it. Okay, how much money it is, for how long, where, which one, whatnot, right? So these are just as an example only within that same fund, right? So, well, someone put in this money right here. When the market went up, they went up together. When it started going down, like I said, okay, your money gets frozen. This is called upside only of the stock market. Okay, and then we up to a cap. There is always a cap. You're right, for that guarantee in return that you will never lose out money, right? Even with that cap, check out these results. This is again as an example only. All right. So when it goes down, your money freezes there. So for 2 years, the market kept on going down, money froze, and when it started to go back up, it started going back up here too, right? And by the way, you get to keep those profits also. Whatever gains you have made so far, the profit you made, you get to keep it. You don't lose that profit either. Right now, whatever you might have made, you have lost all those profits also, folks. That's wrong. You should be keeping all that money in your pocket, All right. So it keeps on going. The end result is, after 15 years, with all the ups and downs and stuff like that. And here was that 2007, 8, and 9 crash. Okay. It's 418,000 versus over $1 million. Again, your results will be different. All right. So please do not. This is just as an example only. All right. So now, see, this is again another thing, how you take your money to whole new levels. Now, if the market goes up 10%, here it will be, since it's 418,000, it will be about $42,000. And 10% of this one is over $100,000, right? 42,000 versus 100,000 gain just in that. This is how the game of money is played, folks. This is how the game of money is played. All right. So you can do this thing, folks. You do not have to be fearful from today onward. You do not have to ever worry about your financial security. And I have shown it to you. We discuss these things in the courses. I have my two main flagship courses are the home equity planning course, right, and the proven financial security blueprint course. All right. So the cost for those ones is peanuts compared to what you stand to gain, and you'll have lifetime access to those courses, so you can always revisit, and you never ever have to ever rely on either the neighbor or some other, you met someone else, who's trying to sell you some other funds or something like that. You will be empowered with all of this knowledge, right? And this is my wish for you. And so from today onward, we are giving you all the tools that you do not have to ever be victim to any Wall Street volatility or ups and downs, and or either in the housing or in the financial markets. Now, folks, one last thing, if I may share it with you. This is not the end of the market, because now the other big thing that has come on up on top of this crash or the market downturn that the same pundits were predicting is the coronavirus. This thing is mind-boggling and amazing. Just yesterday it was in the news that they expect, conservatively, that almost about 15 million people will be affected this thing. Now the rippling effect of that is that, see, people are scared, the economies are coming to a screeching halt. Like I said earlier, yesterday's news was China's economy is imploding. Imploding means under its own weight, because no one is buying from them. Everything is just sitting there. So, but you can protect yourselves. And so all the information is below, and I'll be here if there's any questions. I've given you the email. It's below also, or above, whichever media that you're watching in, right? And or go to faoai.com and look under the courses. And matter of fact, check me out. See, I was interviewed just recently at UBC News also, and regarding this thing. So go check it out, everything. With that, I want you to have a good life, a financial stress-free life, so that way you can go enjoy your family, do the things that you always wanted to do, volunteer at your church, do philanthropic works, okay, and just go enjoy life, knowing that your money will always be safe. You don't have to carry any stress on that. With that, I want to thank you so much for your time, for joining me. And if you feel that this thing makes sense, forward this link to other people, and I'll be doing this thing. It will be, the standard time will be around 11 o'clock California time. I'll try to do it as much as possible because of my busy schedule, and but right now is the time I want to do as much as possible, and with new topics and new things every day. All right. So with that, thank you, folks. I wish you the most productive day and a happy, healthy, financial and family life. Thank you. Goodbye.